Welcome to Journeys with Jason George. Come with me as I adventure to Algonquin Park with my friend Lady Volt. Our journey starts with a little bit of snow on the ground, and we take a little bit of a detour so that hopefully we can find a. Oh, yep, there's one snowy owl, and that's one of the reasons we took this detour. And you see it right there. It's an owl, a third one. Yeah, it's on the light post. Look closely. Do you see it? Oh, don't worry. I get it. Owls are hard to find. Well, our drive all of a sudden took a little bit of a turn for the worse as we hit this snowstorm. It actually was a bigger snowstorm than we were expecting. Cars were stopped. 18-wheelers were in the ditch. We actually ended up seeing two 18-wheelers in the ditch. But we decided that we wanted to keep pushing. And the reason is I wanted to check out my gallery. Plus, I was told that the roads in Algonquin weren't too bad. So we kept driving. It was a slow drive for this portion of it. But eventually we snuck past, and no one seemed to be injured. I actually asked this truck driver, as his window was still open, "Hey, are you all right?" And he gave me the thumbs up. And then the roads cleared up. And maybe some people were still driving a little bit too fast. Today's trip were not to end up on the side of the road in the ditch, but hopefully to see a moose. Lady Volt had never seen a moose. Maybe see a pine marten or a gray jay, and just enjoy the time out in nature. Have you ever been to Algonquin Park? Well, it's actually a really beautiful drive there and inside the park there. You can go for a walk down the trail. It's actually really beautiful. I hope that at some point you get the chance to go. Well, we're getting close. Let's go. And there it is. One of the first signs showing that we're in Algonquin Park. If you look further ahead, you can actually see a flag too, to camp in the park. Some people will stay in yurts. This one here is all ability. See the sweet ramp? It's a little bit different than this open tent. But the cool thing about the winter time in Algonquin Park is they actually have this hockey rink. Oh, don't worry, the kid's okay. But they have a skating rink that you can come and get a little activity.
They fly a little different than the ones in. I don't have long in me in this because it's cold.
The birds, while other people go for walks in the spruce bog. But the main reason I'm here is to put my magazine in my gallery at Algonquin Park. I hope that if you are in Algonquin Park, you spend some time looking at the museum or enjoying the gallery. If you're in the gallery, please leave a message for me. I can't wait to see what people say. I'm sure it'll bring me some joy on the day that I close my gallery here. It's April 27th. But I've tried to show the many faces of Algonquin Park here. We've got different animals, not so many plants, but the focus here is wildlife because, yep, I'm a wildlife guy, and a few of them have sold. A couple people have taken some cards. I wish that a few more people had picked some prints up, but you can't really control what people spend their money on. While getting ready, the coolest thing happened.
I kind of miss.
Sign it. Where do you want me to sign? On the back, buddy? Totally. Can we get a picture after? Is that cool? And I'm going to share it on my social media. Is that cool? I'm actually going to make a video of this and share it on my YouTube channel if you want.
Oh, you're going to be a YouTube star.
Yeah, I'm going to make it YouTube famous.
We'll have to find it out.
Yeah, what's your name? Pardon? Emmett, how do you, I'm dyslexic, you're going to have to spell that for me. E? E? Oh, you can definitely be in the picture, buddy.
You want to take your hat off just quickly? Take your hat off so they can see who you are.
There you go, buddy.
What do you say, Emmett?
No problem. Thank you. You see, so I have a whole like article about the Algonquin moose.
We saw that one, right? Over there.
Yeah, all of these actual pictures, most of these pictures are actually somewhere in here. So that was a different experience. Same area.
Okay, this is a dogo, right?
Yeah, it's a doe they're making.
Yes, yeah.
But so I went to leave and then all of a sudden it actually like winks at me. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, can I get a picture, please?
I would love a picture. You got the fox. It's one of my, that's the FJ Foxes. So I have a video of this on my YouTube channel.
Okay.
There is an amazing footage of this fox family that I have.
Okay, see that person? We'll look it up and go normal, please.
And if you go on my website, you can find that way.
Okay. On YouTube, yeah, the website.
And I got a video on a website about these foxes. So what's your name? D? Just D? E? C? L? N? Right? Yeah, it's because I got a fat hand and it's a little shaky.
No, that's okay.
He's telling me how to, he's like, you are not spelling correctly, sir. There you go. Oh, hold on. Put it all back together. Oh. Here you go, buddy. How's it going? I might have a pet.
This little adventure dog Algonquin, this is making his day. I won't lie. He is in heaven.
I'll do it on the top.
So happy. I can, yeah. Nice to be seen, and he hasn't been up here in a while either, and so like.
Thank you so much.
Spending more time in nature, obviously, taking photos.
I sometimes wonder like if he should like record the length of time he spends looking.
Have you ever been to the observation deck? You can see for miles or kilometers, I guess. Look at the beauty. In different seasons, it looks very different. No snow, leaves changing, absolutely beautiful. But the birds in Algonquin Park, depending on where you go, you can see a variety of birds. Wait, that's not a bird. Do you know what that is? On this trip, we were pretty lucky. We saw flocks of 12 blue jays at a time. Blue jays are a really cool bird, but they're not one of the animals we came for. We came for the gray jay, also known as the whiskey jack, and some people were trying to call it the Canadian jay. Their numbers are on the decline. So most gray jays actually will have little bracelets or identification bands on them so that they can be tracked.
I can check him off in my book.
One of the three animals we're looking for. We actually saw two of them. These waterfalls, they're not here in the springtime, summertime, or fall time. They only show up in the wintertime. That's because slowly the water starts to freeze as more and more water builds up and they grow. Oh, this is a surprise. I've never seen evening and pine grosbeaks together.
To some people who are birders, that's a different bird.
Okay, but there's not like a third species here. I do see three different looking birds.
Yes, that you've never seen before.
Like I won't ever take them in as much as I probably take them in today. Again.
We even put a blue jay in there to add a little bit of extra color to these lovely red and yellow birds. But it's lunchtime and I'm getting a little bit hungry, so we stop at one of my favorite places around the park to get a bite to eat, the Mad Musher. Have you ever been here? The guy that owns it's awesome. He shares other people's work. Some of them are carvings or drawings or paintings, and he does this amazing photography. If you're ever in the park, check it out. Oh, and the food, it's delicious. And you can get a nice cold beer. On the way back into the park from the Ace Gate, we enter and we see the Totem Pole. Not many people know or visit this Totem Pole, but look at the beauty. I often stop here to pay a few moments of respect to those that were on the land before me. It's the only totem pole that I actually get to see on the regular. Things in the park aren't always as they appear. If you look closely, you'll see that there's one tree that looks a little bit different. Here, let's take a different look. Yeah, that tree. It looks really green. Well, it's actually not a tree. It's an antenna. But it's made that way so that it blends in a little bit better than an ugly telephone post.
Is it still like that poster? Is it real or is it like one of those? You see that?
Might be one of those. Yeah, it is one of those.
No, it's not. It's so still that maybe it is. We're getting so excited and watch this not even be a fucking...
No, it's not something. Too flat as soon as you said that.
It looks so real. That's so mean. That's so mean.
That's hilarious.
As the sun sets, we head home. Unfortunately, we've yet to see a moose or a pine marten, but it has been a beautiful day, and you can never really have a bad day when you're in Algonquin Park. This sunset is absolutely beautiful, and I had an idea that maybe we should take a little bit of a detour. So we turned down this one road, and we found this tree moving. And there was this big bird. Well, I don't know if it's a big bird, but it looks fairly large. And it was walking through the tree, just eating some food, and then it kind of changed sizes. It's crazy to me how much animals will change size, or should I say, how much birds can change size. This bird has to be half the size it was when we first saw it. What a beautiful grouse. Back home we go.
Okay.
Time to figure out what birds we saw. Yeah.
Did I want grosbeaks?
Did you know that there were this many birds in Canada? A lot of them look very similar, which is why having a good bird book is very valuable. To each their own. Some people like to find them, some people just like to see them.
100%. So I'm going to go to the back.
The best part about seeing a new species is that you get to check it off. Each one. We saw 4 new species this trip. Well, until next time, stay safe, have fun, and enjoy the wildlife.